Alright, so I figured I would make this video because I've been seeing a lot of players on Star Wars Battlefront 2, a lot of new players, some discouraged, some quitting out because maybe they feel like they're not contributing to the team. Um, you are, so one, don't quit because you're not doing well. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it. But I have some tips and tricks for you here that might be able to help you. So defense versus offense is the big thing. Me in particular, I like offense. The video you're gonna see, the first video you're gonna see is me playing offensively with a pretty good team. I might add. The team is pretty good. Secondly, would be what class you're gonna pick. And most people might think right off the bat the assault class would probably be the best. For a new player, maybe not so much. You know, a heavy class is typically the easiest class to play as, especially when you unlock certain cards. Which brings me kind of the next point is, you know, you have to unlock as many cards and upgrade them as you can. It makes things very helpful. You know, it makes clearing out of rooms, staying alive. It gives you more at your disposal. So, you know, if you're starting off and you don't have that many classes unlocked, understand that there's only so much you're going to be able to do. All it's going to take is some time and effort, really. You know, that's number one. Don't be discouraged because, you know, you see somebody taking out an entire team by themselves and then you run in and get shot in like 2 seconds. It happens. Happens to everybody. Another thing would be, you know, if you have a team of 4 players, you know, in co-op, and there's 2 objectives, you know, it's a good idea to split 2 and 2 and go for both objectives. It splits up the AI a little bit. Also, it just gives you better chances of actually taking a position. And trust me, sometimes the AI is pretty good. And sometimes it's hard to win against them. So this kind of betters your chances. But like I said, I'm playing with a lot of good people. You see me here playing by myself, taking A, and they're taking B. You know, it just so happens that I'm playing with a decent amount of good players here, and they were able to take B, even though I couldn't even take A by myself. You know, if you're playing with a lot of new people, it might be a better idea to kind of stick together and maybe try to hold down that position as best you can until you capture it. Which kind of brings me to my next thing is you have to kind of understand where the AI is going to be coming. So, you know, they typically will kind of build up behind something that you can't see, and then a whole mass of them will come out, and you end up having to do the whole mass. That's why I like heavy. It's a very noob class. You can take out a lot of people very quickly with the grenade launcher, the minigun, and the you know, and having a little bit more health. Gives you a little bit more playroom with being able to hold an objective and stay alive. You know, I also wanted to mention that you may see a lot of players run over the line and not die. This is because there's a countdown. You'll see the countdown. It always starts, you know, it starts from a lot of different places. But once you cross the line, it starts a 10-second countdown. So if you're on the right side of the line and you have 9 seconds and you run over the line, it's always going to give you 10 seconds to get back over. But you'll have a new objective by the time it even hits 0. So you won't die. You'll just kind of get an advance on getting to the next objective if you know where it is. That's, you know, like I said, you'll understand where things are going to be, and the more and more you play. Switching off the Blaster Heroes now, the difference between Blaster Heroes and Lightsaber Heroes is paramount. Like it's a completely different play style, at least for me. When I play as a Lightsaber Hero, I like to be a little bit more aggressive in your face. And as a Blaster Hero, I like to kind of be a little bit back and reserved and kind of shoot you from a distance and get people from a distance. Bossk happens to be one of my favorite blaster heroes because he's got the grenades you can throw on the ground, proximity grenades, also a deadly gas poison that comes out of a grenade that you can throw pretty far. He makes defending points pretty good. It just, when he kind of comes up against another lightsaber hero, it kind of gets dicey, especially if he's up in your face already. You have to kind of backpedal and put some distance between you. Playing as a lightsaber hero, you kind of want to rush in, especially with certain characters, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I don't have any footage of him playing, but he's more of a reserved character. He's somebody who can deflect a lot of shots and kind of hold his ground for a while. Versus General Grievous or even Darth Maul, you kind of have to play a little bit more aggressive. You have to kind of actively seek out groups of enemies and try to take them out as quick as possible and try not to get as hurt as possible. And then kind of run away. I mean, not always. Sometimes if you clear out the whole room, you clear out the whole room. That's great. But a lot of times you'll have one or two guys left, and you'll be out of stamina with the lightsaber hero. So, not always a bad idea to kind of back it up a little bit as a lightsaber hero after you've been aggressive and as aggressive as you can be, and then now you're out of all of your things and you're out of stamina. It's time to get out of there. Playing as blaster hero, specifically Bossk, he's you want to be at a distance with Bossk. He's basically a sniper class setup. He can take people out in single shot, especially assault and officers in particular. He can take them out in one shot if he zooms in. There's also, when you start facing off against other lightsaber heroes, playing as a lightsaber hero, a lot of people generally kind of forget that you can block while you're attacking. So even if they're swinging, they're not doing as much damage. I think it does drain a little bit more stamina, but if you can do it right, like you can see me fighting Yoda, you can end up winning out. It all depends on the hero and his abilities. Another good thing as a lightsaber hero in particular is not to rush in. You think rushing in and being able to take out a whole team, I kind of already touched on this, but you'll end up just dying if you think you're just going to rush in and take out 20 guys, that in a tight room especially, where they can kind of surround you, and then you can't block anything, and then you die, and you're like, well, I should be able to just kill everybody. No, that's not really how it happens. If there's a room of people, you kind of have to kind of draw them in. You want to, especially if it's a corridor or something like that, it's probably the best time to be a lightsaber hero. Being out in the open, really not all that great. Do not want to turn your back to the enemy. If you hit B, I think twice, or circle, I'm playing on the PlayStation 5, even though this is the PlayStation 4 version that you're seeing. I'm pretty sure it's double tap circle, and you can kind of dodge left, right, and back, and forward. So if you're running out of whatever stamina, or you're waiting for your ability to recharge, don't turn around and try to run away. I guarantee you'll either take a lot of damage and then your hero will almost be dead, or you'll end up dying. I guess another quick noteworthy thing would be, depending on what lightsaber hero you pick, you may be able to get all of your health back. I think with Darth Maul, you can, I think it works off kills, so the more kills you get, the more health you get back. So it kind of pays to be a little bit aggressive to an extent. Also, Bossk doesn't have to kill anybody. He just naturally gets all 600 points of his life back. So it all depends on the hero. I think General Grievous I think, is also another one where you kill and you can get some of your health back, but there'll be other heroes that you can't do that with. It also, I think, some of that is cards as well. To be able to get 100% of your health back is kind of important. You know, some of them have it, some of them don't. Like I said, it just kind of pertains to, you know, one, how you like to play, and, you know, two, with the hero, you know. So if the hero you like to play as is a hard hero to play as, you're going to have a difficult time. That's why I almost suggest playing as Blaster heroes first, and specifically Bossk, because I really like Bossk. But he can also get 100% of his health back. He's almost the noob hero, if I might add. But he's only got 600 health and he dies quick. So, you know, there's give and take to everything. It's all on your playstyle. You need to figure out how you want to play. If you just want to snipe in the back, you pick the specialist class, you know, and you sit in the back and you can snipe people as much as you want. The reason I don't like the sniper class is because taking the objectives gives you the most amount of points. So if you're in the objective, taking the objective, fighting off people near the objective, you get more points. My problem with snipers in this game, at least in co-op mode, because in multiplayer mode they're pretty good, because a lot of the maps are very open. Maybe I'll do a multiplayer PvP, you know, tips and tricks for that, but I'm not as well versed in the multiplayer. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope the tips and tricks helped. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.